Hi, so here is a question. Now this question is different from the examples we've seen previously because it's trickier. If we look at the question, we can only see one number. So that's why we added one step to the problem solving process. So in the first step, let's read the question and underline all the key information we know in the question. So baking a cupcake requires 1/12 of the amount of flour as a small cake needs. If it takes 26.8 cups of flour in total to bake one cupcake and one small cake, how many cups of flour are needed to bake one small cake? Now let's define the variables, and I hope you like my drawing here. If we need X cups of flour to make one small cake, then we need 1/12 of X cups of flour to make one cupcake. The second sentence says if it takes 26.8 cups of flour in total to bake one cupcake and one small cake, we can work out our equation based on this sentence. So we know 26/8 is equal to 1/12 times x plus x. So we need 1/12 of x cups of flour for one cupcake, and we need x cups of flour for one small cake, and altogether we need 26/8 cups of flour. Now the question comes down to how do we solve this equation? We have two x terms and their like terms, but we have fractions here. So 1/12x plus x, the second x, the coefficient can be seen as 1, so x is equal to 1x. I can rewrite 1 as a fraction, and in this case, just to make the calculation easier, I'm going to make the denominator 12, and 1 is equal to 12/12. So on the right hand side, I now have 1/12x plus 12/12x. On the right hand side, if I add 1/12 and 12/12, I have 13/12x, and on the left hand side, I still have 26/8. To find x by itself, I'm going to divide 13/12 to both sides. On the left, I have 26/8 divided by 13/12. On the right-hand side, 13/12x divided by 13/12, it'll give me 1x, which is simply x. When we're dividing a fraction, we multiply its reciprocal. So if we flip the second fraction, we have 26/8 times 12/13 equals x. We can cross multiply to simplify our equation here. I know 13 goes into 26 exactly twice. So if I divide 13 by 13, I have 1. And if I divide 26 by 13, I have 2. Also, if I look at 8 and 12, the highest common factor is 4. So if I divide 8 by 4, I have 2. And if I divide 12 by 4, I have 3. So now x is equal to 2 times 3/2 times 1, which is equal to 6/2. And if I further simplify, I divide both the numerator and the denominator by 2. 6 divided by 2 equals 3. And 2 divided by 2 equals 1. So 3/1 is simply 3. Now I found the x value is equal to 3, which means we need 3 cups of flour to make one small cake.